We're obviously not a very good team, and there's a lot of things I don't like that we got to straighten up. It starts with me, and like I said, when I'm down there telling them, I've told me. So somehow we got to right the ship, get it right. It's not about winning and losing. It's not whether if we'd have pulled this game out, I'd still be this way. We're not playing well. We're not moving the ball, and we're not doing things that we are supposed to be doing. And when you don't do that, you're probably not going to win. Sometimes you do. And that's probably the worst thing that can happen to you if you win not doing the right things. So, this one, started with me. I've got to be different in practice, get them ready better. I'm going to change the way we're practicing. I'm going to try to be much more involved. Each player's got to step up and do what they got to do. And we got to find a rhythm to score better. And then we'll take it from there. And we'll see. Got a tough game coming up Wednesday. A very good ball club. So we'll have to be ready for it, and we'll see what happens. But I never give up. I never think the ship's going down because I can bail out faster than the water comes in, and we're going to bail it out. And I trust these guys will stay with me and stay with it, and we'll see what happens.
Tinkered with the lineup some there in the second half. Kyson Pruitt got some run. Is that just trying to find something that
Yeah, that's called, I don't know what the heck, I'm trying to find something. He's a freshman. He gets beat defensively. He's got to get stronger and better defensively. But he came in, he hit 2 shots. He took it from a 16-point game down to a 4-point game, and then he ran out of gas a little bit. What happens, and we got to get the older guys step up. He can help like he just did, but to expect him to carry the game toward the end or on past what he just did, that's probably asking too much. Same thing with Nutter. They can come in and give you a lift or a little pop, but the heavy road's got to be with those older guys, Cam, and we got to get Kevon guarding people. And we got to get into what we do and making plays. Now, Obina's got to be better. He's got to be better. He's minus 16. If you look, he's minus 16, and Nate Martin's plus 7. That tells you a story. So we've got to be better. Put G in and asked him to pick twice, and he didn't pick. He went and did whatever he did. I don't know. It wasn't even close to what we had designed. So those are things we got to straighten up. Each one of us, it's me, it's assistant coaches, it's every player down that line. And it starts with how you practice shooting in practice to what you say in the locker room. I told them before the game, I've seen a lot of preps coming out for games. And those who jump up and down and holler and dance and have this pep rally before you go out doesn't work. That's false. That's fake enthusiasm. I'm not used to that. I'm used to more like you can see a resolve in them. Let's go, and then we're out. Not stand there 5 minutes on a pep rally. That don't work. Never has, never will. So we got to have more resolve, a lot less fake enthusiasm, a lot more resolve to get what they're supposed to be doing done. And I trust these guys. I'm hard on them in that grade because I'm going to be hard on myself. But, I trust those guys to sit down, pull this season back around, see what we can do as we go through the season. It's still early. We just got to be better.
You said in practice you want to get more involved. What does that look like?
Well, usually I sign certain segments to certain coaches. I guess I'm signing all the segments right here. It's not that I don't trust them. It's not. They're good coaches. It's not anything here, but, I've always found that in my life that if something ain't right, I'm taking it on. I'm going to take it on. I ain't backing out of it for nothing. And ain't nothing going to keep me from giving you, the media, the fans, my best shot. And I can't do that if I'm not actively participating in everything. I've got to be actively participating in everything that goes on in practice. And I'm gonna be there. And I cannot let and allow a lack of effort or focus from anybody, whether it's the 16th guy or the first guy, come into practice and me not say, maybe today you need to go home. Or maybe today you set out. Or, go away. Whatever it takes. But, I've just got to be more in tune with everything. And I'm going to be. I don't know if that's going to turn into wins. We'll see. We're awfully young. And we got a tough schedule. And probably for this team, maybe we should have more eased into it, get a little better rhythm, and let them have a chance of feeling success before we go out and start really enjoying our trip to Greenbrier and enjoying our trip to the Caymans, and then going down to a team that was hot as heck for a couple games, then ended up getting their butt beat tonight. So it happens in basketball. Things can turn on a dime. I just got to get out there and make sure that that we're giving this fans and our school the best shot we can give it.
Cam Crawford tonight, was that planned or was that something going on?
Well, there's nothing ever planned with me, but he hasn't deserved to be on the floor. When he does, he'll be there. He's a talented young man. I've told him that. But there's a lot more to winning than talent. There's a lot of good airport teams, and they just get your coach fired. So my thing is that that's coming every day. And buying in, you have to buy into what we're doing. It doesn't work if everybody doesn't buy in. If you have individual thoughts, and it's hard in today's time, and that's the only break I'm going to give them, in that you got so much social media and so much parent involvement. It's hard for them to just totally dislocate from that into this team and isolate themselves from what they hear. It's hard. And the good teams do it. And, you go question, you look at things, and I'm looking at the Sun Belt. And the teams that are winning are the ones that did not go portal. They're basically Appy State, James Madison, maybe one, but most of them are returnees that are coming back. So we got to take a hard look. It's been some hard decisions made as to how to use the portal, how to make it better for you. But, for all the successes that you see, I can show you about 20 failures too. So for the one you pull out, I'll show you 20 that didn't. So we have to look at it. There is a way, I think. I don't want you to walk out here saying I didn't say. But it's got to be really, you got to be really good at how to use that. And, it's thrown another wrinkle into the game that a lot of coaches are trying to figure out. So, we'll do the best we can do with that, but that's for another year. This year we have to step up and be a better team.
Related to the game tonight, they had a 9-0 run right there before the half. How big was that for them to kind of create some space?
And most of it was our mistakes, and we're not, right there at the end, he hit a 3 right at the end, right? And our guy guarding him, it's a shooter, and he's got his hand at his waist. Come on now, you've been here 4 years. There's got to be a sense of urgency, and so we've just got to do a better job. I am going to look at, we're switching everything. We may have to go back to where we don't switch Cam on to bigger guys and just kind of do it. But we did last year. The reason I changed it, we didn't have the 7-footer back there. And we had the 7-footer. It's a little easier to do that. It gets a little tougher with the size problems. So it may work and it may not. I don't know. It's hard to, if you have a weakness in defense, it's hard to hide it with a scheme. In fact, probably doesn't work. You just have to find somebody who can play good defense. That's the key to it. So we'll try and we'll do the best we can, see what happens. But again, I got faith in these guys that they'll pull the big boy pants up and let's play. Let's play. Anything? All right, fellas. Thanks.
Thanks, Coach. Guys, obviously that's a tough one. Little run there at the end, but what did you guys see out there?
I think it was kind of just we started off really slow, didn't have the right kind of energy coming into the game. We started to take this game for granted. Really, we were just really flat to start the game. We didn't pick it up until the last 3 minutes of the game when it was close to being already too late. So we just got to bring that kind of energy the first 20 minutes instead of just starting to play hard for 3-4 minutes at a time.
Nate, was 8 days between games maybe a little too long for this group?
Possibly. I don't want to blame it on that though, because I mean, like he said, we just came out and they outplayed us. I mean, they were more physical than us, they had more energy than us, and they played better ball than us because of that. So I mean, we beat ourselves, I would say.
This can be for both of you. Coach was just talking about how basketball can turn on a dime. Like 2-5 right now, and I'm sure that doesn't feel great. But what's the mindset in the locker room as you get ready for Duquesne on Wednesday?
I think right now we're still pretty optimistic. We got a lot of games left this season. There's a long way to march. And obviously the ultimate goal is to win the Sun Belt tournament. We know we got a lot to fix. But the good news is that we know what we have to fix, and we just got to fix it. So I say right now, we're not feeling the best, but we're optimistic for the future.
Yeah, it's a long year. Like you said, we're going to try to bounce back against Duquesne, learn from our mess-ups today, go apply that in the game against Duquesne. Like you said, it's a long year. It's a one-bid league, so we're going to try to be playing our best ball by the time conference comes around. So
They went on a little 9-0 run there right at the end of the second half. How big was that for them, to kind of create some space? It would have been a back-and-forth game up until that point.
Yeah, basketball is a game of runs. So, anytime you can, even if you're winning by 2 or 3, if you go on a 9-0 run like that, you push the game out, a couple more possessions, it makes it that much harder to fight back into it. So, credit to them. They played well, they played hard. I think we can play better than we did. So we just gotta be better overall. And that starts with me. I'm a guy that's been here. We got a lot of new guys. I gotta, even as a young guy, I gotta take some ownership of how I played. So I gotta help make sure we keep the guys together in the locker room. I know Nate's gonna help us do that, but I gotta take some ownership for how I played.
How about the two freshmen, Nutter and Pruitt gets in there tonight, hit a couple shots and created a little bit of spark. And Ryan's one that's been he's progressively more and more. What do you see from those two?
yeah, I think Nutter's the guy that brings it every day. Doesn't have a bad day, plays hard every game. He really sparks us. And then when Kyson comes in, hit those 2 threes, he's another spark off the bench too. It's good to see them get going. We feed off of them. So
Definitely. And they're going to keep getting better too. They're going to learn how to play physically in the college game, and they're going to learn how we play. So we'll see constant progress from those two for sure.
Thanks, guys.
yep.